Hi there. So today we are having a look at the AAE Gold Extended Clicker. Now these extended clickers are really good if your arrows are longer than they need to be, and you can't fit them onto a normal clicker length, which when the clicker is normally screwed into the actual riser itself. So when would you need this? Well, you might have longer arrows, as I've said before. You might be fitting to a certain arrow spine. You might be a junior and growing into your arrows. So your arrows might be a bit longer as well. And you don't really want to cut your arrows down and then have to go and buy another set when your arms get longer and you kind of need longer arrows. So there's lots of good reasons for this clicker, and it is easily extendable and you can set it up to exactly where you want it to be for yourself. So this AAE Gold clicker comes in a circular kind of tube when you get it. It's a matter of popping the lid in order to get to the contents. Now the actual clicker itself is not in here, mainly because I'm going to show you it on my sight bar in a moment. So what do you get inside? Well, what you get are some instructions, very simple instructions. I'll kind of show you on screen right now. What you'll also see here is that the two big screws that connect the back plate to the main mounting point can be moved, so they're quite adjustable as well. So it's very adjustable, this item, up and down. And then you've got adjustment in the clicker itself on the back plate. There's a couple of different screw holes there, so you can adjust the height of the clicker itself. And then you get the actual plate area itself, which I'll show you in a second, and then some very small pieces of plastic wedges. There's 4 in here and 1 that I've already got onto my sight bar, so there's 5 in total, depending on how wide the sight bar arm is. So here it is on my sight arm. So here's the screw here that you take out and adjust to put the small pieces of plastic wedges, and it actually just screws in, and it's very solid actually. There's no movement here at all. And then if I flip it over, because I'm left-handed, you can see the clicker there on the actual plate. It's really well put on. You can move it up and down. You could make marks if you decide to move it, to make marks on your sight arm is a good tip, so you know where to come back to. It's a black clicker, this one, with a black tip. Some of them are slightly different. I've seen them where they have a silver clicker arm and a silver tip, or vice versa. So this one just seemed to come with an all black design, which I kind of prefer. There's not much else to say about it really. I do get a slight bit of movement here on the clicker arm a little bit sometimes. It's really important to kind of screw that down really heavily, and you get a nice kind of little click sound, to be honest. So why did I buy it? Well, I bought it because I was the same problem. I had longer arrows and I wanted to not have to cut them down. They were the correct sort of spine for me, and the length was just slightly longer. So instead of using my classic kind of win and win carbon clicker attached to the riser, I actually decided to go for this AAE version. Now, Biter make a micro kind of clicker, but unfortunately it won't sit all the way up and down your sight arm. It will just move a tiny little bit forwards and backwards actually from your riser, and that will still attach to your riser, because that was one item I was looking at as well, but this one definitely fits the bill. Right, so you can see my standard carbon clicker here. So this is a win and win carbon clicker, but with the biter wheel attached, just because it's a fairly solid fit. It fits on really nicely, really snug, does not move about at all. So this is traditionally where your carbon clicker or your normal clicker would be. whereas this one is on the sight arm. So if I attach it to the sight arm, just get that clicked in there, you can then hopefully see the different positions of the actual clickers, whereas normally you'd put an arrow in here and you would get your click. So if I use a pencil, so normally you would have your arrow in here, come past your arrow point, and you got your click. We're now sitting further out on this one, so my arrow's out here, my arrow can be longer, and I'm coming through the clicker. There you go, slightly different sound than this one. It's a bit more under pressure than this one, I must admit. This one's not under as much pressure. So you can see the difference I've got in these in distance between the shorter arrow with the carbon clicker attached to the riser and the clicker attached to the actual sight arm. The only downside I can see to this clicker, and it's got nothing to do with the clicker build itself, it's just to do with what you get inside. You don't get any Allen keys inside the packaging, which is a real shame because they are American sized Allen keys that you need for here and for here as well. So I actually had to go back to my set of Allen keys or Allen wrenches, whatever, that came with my Hoyt riser, which is obviously American as well. So I had to go back to there to find the right Allen keys that it fitted. So please, AAE, include a couple of Allen keys. I know you think most archers have probably got thousands of Allen keys from other different things, and usually we do, from things like the button or the plunger, arrow rest keys, a big set of keys that come with your riser, etc, etc. But it would be nice to have a couple of Allen keys in here if you could, please. Thank you very much. So that was the AAE Gold Extended Clicker. A brilliant clicker, especially if you want to shoot longer arrows. Thoroughly recommended. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you soon.